you guys, if you saw my vlog on Wednesday, I think that's when I posted it, Wednesday, you will notice that I talked about staining my cabinets, and I did not share that with you guys because I wanted to do an entire video with just that. So if you've not checked out my vlog, then I'll make sure to leave that link in the description below. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to, hi Kate, we are going to stain my bathroom cabinets. Now, I was not sure how I wanted to do this, but I think I'm just gonna do it vlog style, talk to you a little bit, do a little fast clips. So this is not extremely long, but I'm thinking it's best if I just stand in front of the camera and talk for a second before I really get to what I'm doing. Now, I have stained things in the past. I have stained furniture, I've stained my kitchen table, several other things, but I've never stained an actual piece that is made into or that's connected to the house, that's not movable, I guess you would say. So in our kitchen, we painted our cabinets. So I'm going to attempt to stain these cabinets. Now there's no finish on these cabinets at all, so it should not be a difficult process. We're just gonna have to clean them. It's not gonna require any sanding down, I don't think. So let me show you. These are the cabinets that I'm talking about. You know, this is just, I think they scream 90s. I mean, but, and I don't know. The color does not match. We are wanting to do gray in here for the walls, and that's just not going to go. Does not look good. So, I will be staining these cabinets here, and then this cabinet here that is above my toilet. So I don't plan on taking anything out of the cabinets, or my husband is just going to take the cabinet doors down. We're gonna take the knobs off of everything, clean everything, and then we will start the whole process of staining. So before we get to all of that, I just want to show you what products we are going to be using in here for the stain and for the cleaner. Now I'm in my kitchen with the two products we're going to use. To clean off the cabinets, we are going to use this TSP hard surface cleaner. Now you guys, when you use this, they recommend that you have gloves on, and because this stuff is very strong. The lady in the hardware store where we got this said it's so strong that somebody accidentally dumped some on the tile in the hardware store, and it removed the top surface of the tile, so how they had to replace it. So be very careful, read the directions with this. So this is what we're using to clean, and then this is what I am using to stain. This is the General Finishes Java Gel Stain, and I got this off of Amazon. I'm not really sure where exactly you can get this, but I will link it on Amazon where I got it. So the first thing that we are going to do is use this TSP. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all the cabinet doors and the handles and knobs off of the doors and drawers, and then we're going to start cleaning. Okay, you guys, I have prepped the bathroom to do the cleaning. We've taken all the doors off, as you've seen. We pulled out all the drawers and we took the handles and the knobs off. Now, I'm not sure at this moment if I am going to just clean the knobs that I have and handles and then put them back on, or if we will get new ones. I plan on keeping the ones we have, but I don't know how it's gonna look against the stain, and I'm gonna have to see once I get it all done. So I have got a mask on so none of this cleaner gets in my mouth. I have gloves on. They recommend you using gloves, and all of it takes, for 2 gallons of water, you do 1/4 a cup of the TSP. So that's what I did. I've mixed it all together, and I have it in this little mop bucket down here. So there it is, waiting to be used. Now what I did was, there's the drawers. I didn't take them out of the bathroom because we're gonna need to clean all of that. So what I have done here is cleaned off the counter. I put down towels. These are old hospital towels from when I had the kids. We usually just clean them off and we save them for painting and staining and all of those type things. So I'm going to get painter's tape down once we get to that step, but we're not to there yet. So I'm just going to clean all the cabinet doors, the cabinet, everything with this cleaner, and then let it dry before I do the next step. Whew. Okay, now everything is cleaned. I have cleaned deeply all of the drawers, all of the, it's choking me, all of the cabinet doors, the cabinets, everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give a little bit of time to dry off, bring a towel in here and kind of dry them off really good. If it takes a while, just in case there's a little bit of extra cleaner on there, I can just kind of wipe it down. I'm gonna use just a cut up rag for that, nothing that I actually use to take a bath with. And if you noticed, I have house shoes on. So I think it would be wise for me to put some tennis shoes on. So I'm going to do that. So I'm gonna leave all of this in here to dry a bit, put some tennis shoes on, and then we will be back to actually start the staining. Now, I've given it probably about 20 minutes and everything is dry. I've checked it, we're good to go. So now what I'm gonna do is I was gonna use painter's tape, but I don't know if my daughter has used it all crafting with it. I think I saw her using it, but she says she didn't. So I've looked everywhere outside, in our toolbox, in the drawer where I keep tape, and I cannot find it. So what am I going to do? I am going to tape off everything with my washi tape. And you guys, I know you're thinking, man, that's probably expensive. Why are you using washi tape when it's expensive? But if you think about it, painter's tape costs just about as much as the washi tape, and I'm gonna use the ones that I don't use very often. So what I'm gonna do right now is I am going to tape off on the wall and the floor so that the stain does not get on those places. Now all of my walls and floor are marked off with the washi tape, and y'all, I used washi tape. One, I didn't have painter's tape, and two, washi tape is easy to remove and it will not take anything off if it's not left on there for an extended amount of time. So now we're gonna get to the staining. So for the staining, I am going to stain using a sock, 2 socks actually. So it says on this, using a cloth, foam brush, or paint pad applicator, apply a liberal amount of gel stain to the area you are working. Divide your project into sections, then using a clean cloth, wipe off the excess stain in the direction of the grain. So I'm gonna use 2 different socks. And these are old socks that are my husband's. So, and before I do anything, I am going to put gloves on. And look at Bella. Bella, move. Go in there. So before I put the socks on to do the stain, I'm going to put these gloves on. So gloves. So I'm going to have 2 socks. I'm going to have this sock that I am going to use to apply the stain. Then I'm going to have a second sock that I'm going to use to kind of smooth it out and spread it. has probably been about, I want to say an hour, hour and a half, and this is a messy process. Yeah, I thought I was going to slap this stain on these cabinets and I was going to be done in like an hour. Joke. I don't know what I was thinking. So I have, and y'all, this is a mess. I'm not a professional. I don't know anything about this. I am just trying to do it myself without having to pay an arm and a leg to get it done. So if you are a professional painter, stainer, whatever you want to call it, I know I'm doing this wrong. I know that, so please don't inform me of that. But you know, it's gonna get done and the mess is gonna be cleaned up. So down here, I'm gonna show you the state of the cabinet. So that is the state of the cabinets right now. It's pretty dark. I've done 3 coats so far. And the other side is not done yet. I didn't realize that the cabinet doors, I was gonna have to let them completely dry before doing the other side. So I've got 3 coats done. I'm probably going to do a 4th and then call that finished. And if you see the counter, the counter's kind of messy, but we have some cleaner. It's been coming up, so I'm not too worried about that. And you will see that, I'm not sure from this angle. When I share the whole thing, you'll see it. I have some paint. I have some stain on the wall, but y'all, I'm really not that concerned that I have stain on the wall because we're going to be painting. Now, I would have done a better job at taping and all of that if we were not painting this room. So, what I'm going to do, I didn't want to share the entire, me sitting here for an hour and a half, staining, because it's been the same process. I've actually just used one glove, applied a little bit of stain, and then rubbed it in. Let it dry completely. That one coat, that's the big kicker. You have to let one coat dry. I tried to go with the second before the first was finished and it didn't work. So let the coat dry, then come back and do the next coat. So I've got 3 coats done and I'm fixing to do 4, and I'm hoping after the 4th I'll be completely finished. And I will mention I haven't done the drawers yet, and then the other side of these doors. So I wanted to get the actual cabinets and one side of the doors done, and then we'll focus on the drawers and the other side of the doors. I am calling this staining of cabinets end of day 1. I did not think this was going to take 2 days, but it is. Y'all, my home projects, anytime I have a home project, I have these high expectations. I'm going to get through them very fast and I'm not going to make a mess, and then it ends up totally just hilarious. So let me show you what the state of the bathroom looks like right now, and I'll show you my messes, because you guys, it is okay to make messes because you can fix them. So this is what my bathroom looks like right now. There are the cabinet doors, and I'm calling it the end of day 1 because I have to let the back side of these doors completely dry before flipping them over to do the front side. So I need to let them dry. They don't need to be sticky. And then here is what the cabinets look like. Let me lay them down so you can see. I love them. I absolutely love them. 4 coats of stain worked perfect. And there's what it looks like when you're a little further away. I know it is not completely, you know, stain is not going to be completely even, I don't feel like. I didn't want mine completely even. I want it to kind of have a little distressed look to it. So that is what that looks like right there. And let me step over here and show you what it looks like if I don't kill myself in the process. Oop. And this is what it looks like from this side. So I think it looks fantastic. I'm excited with the way that everything turned out. And then let me show you the toilet area. So this is what the cabinet looks like above the toilet. Let me make that even. Why is it all not even? And this is what it looks like above the toilet. So I think that looks great. Of course, it looks like a hot mess. Look, see? I've got stain on the wall. That's not a big deal because we will be painting. So that is not a big deal. If it is a big deal to you, you may need to mark off. See down here? Like the baseboards, I got some stain. I've got some stain on the walls right there. So you guys, this is the real deal. I am not an expert when it comes to painting and staining, as you can see. So I just kind of wanted to share that with y'all. All my mess ups. And then up here, there's the counter. I am going to have to clean it off. So we are going to end this right here. And then tomorrow, these will be completely dry. I'll be able to flip them over. And I'll be able to do the drawers on the drawers here. The drawers are in the living room right now. Hey you guys, welcome to day 2 of staining the cabinets. Hopefully I can get this all done today. So, a few things I want to tell you before I show you what it looks like. Number 1 is the stain will dry darker than it was when you applied it. Number 2 is I did a little bit of touching up to the cabinets last night, and a little sponge brush that you can get from Walmart works a lot better than the sock. So I would recommend using the sponge brush. It doesn't get nearly as messy as the sock does. And I thought I had a third thing I needed to tell you. Oh, I guess I could say number 3 is when it dries, you can see when you have a little bit of mess up. So this is what they look like, the cabinets. Ooh, if I can get it straight. And excuse the noise, the light and the fan in here are on the same switch. So if you see, there's a little bit of touching up that I'm gonna have to do on the cabinets in here. And like I told y'all before, I'm not really concerned about the wall because we will be painting. We've stained first. If you are not painting, then I recommend making sure to very well section everything off. Section everything off very well. So that is that. And then here is, look at the mess. It's a mess right now. And then I think I'm going to keep the silver pulls and knobs. So we will get to cleaning those after we do the staining. So there's the stain. It dried a lot darker and we are absolutely loving the results so far. I've got to clean the floor. Oh, cleaning the floor. Did I have it in here? I'll show you that in just a minute. What I've used to get everything off the floor the first time. So if you notice, we've got a little bit. Let me see if I can get down here. Yeah, there we go. We've got a little bit of touching up to do. I mean, we want it to look distressed. But there are some spots, if my camera, there we go. But there are some spots that are gonna have to be touched up. So I've got 4 coats on here and then I'm gonna do a touch-up coat. So far this has been a pretty easy process. It was just completely messy. Let me show you my shoes. Thank goodness I just got a new pair of shoes because these have now become my bummy shoes because I do not think that stain is coming out. So the goal for today is touch up the paint here, but that's not the first thing I am going to do. I've got the drawers. I haven't even started on the drawers. So the cabinets are in, the cabinet doors are outside. Okay, the cabinet doors are outside. I'm gonna show you that in a second, but I wanted to show you what I'm using to, excuse the dryer. I'm wanting to show you what I'm using to get the stain off the floor. It does come off. It is called Goo Gone Paint Cleanup. And it works. And I actually used one of my old schooly scrubs and it came off wonderfully. So this is great. I think we got this from Walmart. I think that's where we got this. So now let's go outside. And it is a beautiful day outside. I'm so excited I will be able to sit out here. I've got all of the doors out here, so I will show you. I touched these up last night and they actually look fantastic. I may not really need to do much at all to this side, but let me show you the difference because remember, oh yeah, I see a little bit of, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of staining. Let me show you. This is what they originally look like. And this is what they look like now. So much better. It's going to match with the gray and all of that so much better. I'm loving what I have so far. So what I'm gonna do right now is I am going to probably put one of these sheets down, and I'm going to flip these over and paint the other side. I have finished touching up the bathroom. So basically I have 4 coats and then 2 touch-up coats in the bathroom. So we're letting those dry, and you saw me do the painting of the cabinet doors. I actually have 2 coats on there right now, and my husband is working on the drawer. So he is now outside helping me, and he doesn't like to be on camera, but I'm gonna show you because he doesn't know I'm doing this. So he is outside while I'll come inside to work on the knobs and hinges. He is outside taking care of the second coat on the drawers. So it's looking fantastic. Those second 2 coats in the bathroom, just the touch-up coats, made a world of difference. So definitely let everything dry before going in to do your touch-ups. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to focus on the hinges, knobs, and pulls. So they are very nice and nasty. I've got them in a bowl. I don't know if you can see. Let me show you how nasty they are. I mean, look at that crud on there. That's just very nasty. So I didn't want to buy anything new. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean these up. So I looked on the internet on what I need to do, and it said to mix water and vinegar together to clean them off. So that is what I'm about to do now. So I'm going to sit the camera down and do a little bit of cleaning, and I'm going to do it in this bowl instead of in the sink. Big thumbs up for the vinegar and the water cleaning the handles and knobs and hinges. They are so shiny now. I don't know if you can see the shine, but they look so good. I have them laying on a drying mat right now. So I'm actually going to dry them off with my dish towel. Look at all this nastiness in this bowl, if you can see it. It worked fantastic to get all of the crud off of these. And they look really shiny. Look how shiny they look. So I'm going to dry these off and then sit them aside and go and check to see if my husband is finished with that coat. Happy day 3 of staining the cabinets. Yes, you heard that correctly. Day 3. The task that I so naively thought was going to take 1 afternoon is now on day 3. And I think that is because I did not account for the time that it was going to take to dry. Especially the cabinet doors, because there's 2 sides that you have to stain. So I'm standing outside and everything I think is ready. It's dry. It's been sitting here outside. I'll show you. And if you're wondering what that piece of furniture is, we need to get rid of it. They're having a cleaning day in April, so we plan on getting rid of that piece. So the drawers, and then all of the cabinet doors. Now, two coats of stain on the drawers, 2 coats of stain on this side of the doors, and the other side has 3. I am thinking that it didn't take as many coats. Now, we're going to have to do a little bit of touching up once they get on the cabinets, but I'm thinking it didn't take as many coats because the sun is right out here, so we can see better. And before, I was doing everything in the bathroom and I could not really see. So I'm thinking that allowed me to get more spots on that second coat. But it looks fantastic. So I've cleaned all of my knobs and hinges and pulls. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm piecing this video together, so right now I'm not sure exactly what it's going to look like. I'm hoping it looks okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to write an entire blog post to go along with this video. So if you kind of feel like it's all over the place and you need some set rules or set step-by-step, so if you need a step-by-step of what we did and what I recommend, I will leave that blog post in the link below. So it's not just gonna be pictures. I'm gonna actually say step 1, remove everything from the counter. Step 2, clean. And I'll share what I clean with and all of that. Just so it's a place for you to go to get a complete walkthrough. So this is just kind of raw footage to show you what it's like to stain, or what experience I went through staining cabinets, because I'm not a professional, not at all. I tend to get in a hurry sometimes. My husband is the one that does most of the painting, and he kind of finished up in here for me. So that's why I wanted to give y'all the experience, not a, hey, this is what we did first. I took everything off. I cleaned. So I wanted y'all to feel what I was going through. The mess ups. How I thought it was going to take 1 afternoon and it's taken 3. And if you were wondering, I had makeup on yesterday because I filmed 4 videos ahead of time because I will be gone for Easter weekend to my mom. So that's why I had makeup on yesterday and not today. Today I'm actually going to finish filming this video, get all the cabinets put up, and then I will be filming my monthly cleaning routine, so that does not require any makeup at all. So what we are going to do right now is I am going to basically finish up this project. So we are going to put back on the knobs, the pulls, get everything put back in the bathroom, and then I will share with you what it looks like and if we are going to have to touch up any paint or any stain. Guys, and the cabinet doors and drawers and everything is now put back on, and it looks fantastic. Now there are going to have to be a little bit of touching up that's going to have to be done, so I am going to bring my lighting kit in here to kind of shine down on the cabinet doors and the drawers and kind of do just a little bit of touching up on those spots. But they look fantastic, and you might not be able to see with just this camera. So after I wrap the video up, I am going to do some before and after pictures so you can get a better idea, because I'm going to bring my lights in here and actually do photos for that. So I'm going to turn you around and show you. Remember, don't look at the walls because we are painting. This is step 1 of our bathroom renovation. And here's what I like. Do you see my little organizer up there that I've got all of my daily skincare products in and my vitamins? The cabinets look fantastic with them. I mean, it has added such a rich touch to our bathroom, and I actually do like the silver knobs on there. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I posted a picture. My husband put the doors on backwards. He put them on upside down because, let me show you up here. He thought, since this is above the toilet, I mean, look, I'm gonna have to really do some touching up there when I do some, when we paint the wall, all that will be fixed. But he thought because he put these on where the knobs were on the bottom, that the knobs went on the bottom here. So I brought him in here. You can tell we are so not DIYers, so we're just kind of like winging it, like we do everything. And I called him in here and I was like, Nathan, do you see what's wrong? He was like, nope, I don't see anything wrong. I said, are you sure you don't see anything wrong? Nope, don't see anything wrong. So I had to tell him what was wrong. He didn't even see it. So the knobs were at the very bottom of the, basically on the floor. So it was pretty funny, honestly. So we both got a big kick out of it. So this is our cabinets. And there's, I've got the light on so you hear something. I've got the fan. Let me turn this off and see. I don't know. See, you can't tell the color if I have that light off. It just looks black and it's really dark brown. And, oh, he fixed it. We were having the problem with the little hinges. Let me turn this light back on. Sorry for the, let me see. Well, no, it's fine. Okay, the hinges, he had to move them because where they were originally was causing the two doors to rub up against each other. So if you see up here, I am already going to have to touch that up. So we will probably touch all of these up tonight. I don't know if you can see, there you go. My camera doesn't want to focus. There it goes. So those little spot, that little spot right there, that's the little things that we're going to touch up tonight. So it looks great though, and see, I'm going to have to touch that door up a little bit. Now that I have them in here and can see them with the light, I can see what needs to be kind of touched up. So that's what we will do tonight. But I think they look fantastic. And we will eventually do the kids' bathroom as well, because their wall is gray and that is what we want it to be in here. But it's going to take some, everything's already done in there, so it's just gonna be staining. So in here, it didn't matter if I got it on the wall because I was gonna be painting anyways. Everything is done in their bathroom. We don't really plan on repainting it, so I'm gonna have to be really careful and really mark it off when I start the staining. So I'm excited about how everything looks. I really, really like it. So it has really transformed my cabinets. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to cut an end here, and I'm going to do some before pictures and after pictures just so you can see what the before and after looks like and how big of a difference the staining makes. So thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure that you check the blog link in my description below, because I'm going to have a detailed step-by-step process of how we got this whole thing accomplished in 3 days. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you have not clicked that little red subscribe button down below to become a community member here, I would love it if you would click on that little subscribe button and become a part of this family. So I hope y'all give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope y'all have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.